Caitlyn here. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and I do encourage you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. Today's video is my next week video of my Twin Tuesdays series? Let's call it a series. Anyways, if you missed my last few videos of the pregnancy, I am pregnant with twins, 2 babies, baby number 2 and baby number 3. So super exciting pregnancy. It's going to be a super busy household in the next 6 months. It's going to be nuts. But today's video is all about 14 weeks. So today I am actually 14 weeks pregnant, and I'm just going to talk to you guys a little bit about my pregnancy, how it's progressing, how I'm doing, the size of the babies, and all of that information. I'm just going to go through my pregnancy app and talk through it with you all about all the information that I have and about being 14 weeks pregnant with twins. So let's get started. Alrighty, so when you are 14 weeks pregnant with twins, it will start getting quite clear to you that you can handle this pregnancy pretty well. No, I can't. I'm still exhausted and super nauseous. Most mothers tend to see their anxiety issues fading away and tend to be more confident about their body and the fact that they are good at taking care of their babies. The so-called honeymoon phase of the pregnancy is now upon you, as you will experience one of the marvelous periods of your life. The stages or scenarios that posed a risk to your pregnancy have reduced in their occurrence, but it still works in your favor to be vigilant about how you live your life. The growth of the babies at 14 weeks. The 14th week of your pregnancy will show you how rapidly your babies are growing within. Most fetuses tend to double their size from the previous weeks and start gaining weight and increasing in size pretty quickly. Their physical strength and affinity of their body increases over the coming periods too. The development of the bone structure and the muscular arrangement has reached a stage that allows your children to start controlling the movements by themselves, leading to wavy movements that seem like fluid and not jerky. So I have been feeling like little rollovers and kind of some kicks. A few days ago I felt the very first kick on the one side, but I probably won't feel too many more. It was probably just a random kick, but hopefully as I progress through the weeks I'll get to feel them kick more and more, and it's super exciting. But sorry, out of breath. Terrible pregnancy symptom. Whew, okay, so the head that appeared to lie down most of the time might seem to slightly firm as your children move around within your room. Many first-time parents tend to have a shock of sorts when they realize that their babies are covered with hair all over and resemble monkeys instead of human beings. So they've got the lanugo all over their body, so just the little peach fuzz. It goes away a few weeks or a few months after birth, but this is when that hair starts to grow to kind of like keep them warm inside. So the hair growth is essential for their bodies to contain their warmth inside the amniotic sac. Unless your children are born prematurely, all the body hair falls away before their birth. Jackson still had some on his shoulders and his back and his ears. Not very much. It was just like a little longer peach fuzz, but it went away after about, I think it was a few weeks, almost a month. Leaving only a gorgeous mass of hair on their heads. The womb is pretty much their home, and the sac that contains them is what takes care of all their activities. This also includes any urine that they start expelling around this week. With kidneys fully developed and ready to function, the blood filtration process of the body begins, and the waste materials are flushed out appropriately. What is the size of the bibbies? So, with a rapid onset of growth in the children, most babies are usually around 8 to 9 centimeters long and can weigh roughly around 20 to 25 grams. Being pregnant with multiple babies can lead them to have slightly lower than average weight, which is fine. Their sizes, too, will be a tad smaller than your closed fist. So, the babies right now, according to my app, they are the size of a navel orange. They're about 4 inches or 9 centimeters across. common bodily changes. The happy stage of your pregnancy also makes your babies grow happily, and all these moments can be visible in the way your body responds to these changes. The expanding uterus now starts making its place above your pubic bone as well. This is usually the stage where the tummy starts getting a pooch-like shape, which is comparatively rounder than what it was a couple of weeks ago. Now, my womb, my uterus, has been above my pelvic bone since like 8 weeks. I feel like my uterus just swelled right up. I can like feel the heavy feeling right there, but I can feel my uterus at my belly button. So that is way above my pelvic bone. Maybe it's just because of how the twins are positioned, but my uterus is way higher than just above my pelvic bone. With an enlarging belly and gain in weight, one of the body conditions that will start occurring is backache. Don't have backache yet. Hips. My hips feel like they're gonna dislocate, that's for sure. Mostly noticed when you sit or stand, the lower region of your back will bear the brunt of the excessive weight of the babies. Adhering to a posture that doesn't put a strain on your back and making use of flat shoes can help reduce it. The intensity of the backaches is similar to the usual ones you'd occasionally have. If the pain is too severe, it might indicate a health condition. Sorry about that. Swelling of your belly is related to the expansion of the uterus, while the swelling of your breasts is related to increased blood flow and an evolutionary response. However, there is a different type of swelling which you would begin to notice in the region surrounding your feet and your ankles. Many women tend to complain about this, which is usually a result of water retention within the muscles. While this is normal in pregnancy, including a lot of salt in your diet or standing for extended durations could make these swellings worse. My feet don't swell, my ankles don't swell yet, thankfully. Yet they don't swell. They didn't with Jack either. Symptoms of twin pregnancy at 14 weeks. In the 14th week of your pregnancy with multiple babies, those horrendous symptoms that made the initial phase a nightmare would seem like a long-lost memory. Some newer signs would make themselves pretty clear to you this time around. So I'm still kind of nauseous. I don't have the crazy nausea that I had at the very beginning in the first trimester, but it hasn't completely tapered off. It's still kind of lingering there. And shortness of breath is ridiculous. Like, the babies aren't even that big. I'm barely showing, and I am struggling to breathe. It sucks. Like, doing a flight of stairs is like a marathon to me. I haven't been able to work out this whole pregnancy. I feel like poop because I haven't been able to work out, but my body's doing double time making 2 babies, so I gotta take that into account that it needs me to rest because it is doing a workout inside right now. The growing belly might be the most evident sign of your pregnancy, but the increased appetite that you will have around this week would make you realize how rapidly your babies are growing. Their nutrient requirements begin to shoot up pretty soon, and your body's demands for energy and calories will rise alongside them. Having around 700 calories or more, depending on the number of your babies, is highly recommended. A backache is what most women experience through their pregnancy, but if you're pregnant with twins or triplets, your chances of experiencing ligament-related pain are stronger here. The extending uterus puts quite some stress on the internal muscles, and moments of sharp pain might arise randomly. I've been having ligament pain for, I think, about 4 weeks now. I'll turn a certain way, and I'll just get that sharp pain right across my stomach because of my uterus. It hurts really bad, so I have to be careful when I turn certain ways, or if I get up too fast, or if I pick Jackson up, I have to be careful as well. It makes me worried because of how early I am in the pregnancy that later on this ligament pain is going to be absolutely ridiculous, but right now it's manageable, but it does hurt when it happens. Hormones are what support this change in your body and make it an environment conducive for the little ones to thrive within. This also has unexpected and highly welcome effects on your body, such as your hair getting resplendent and thicker with a shiny sheen to them. Pregnant women seem to have received a second life once they enter the second trimester. Though the newfound energy might seem acquired, it is something that you always had, which went into hiding when you were suffering through the first trimester. Put this energy to good use as much as you can. I still don't have energy. I just want to sleep all the time or sit all the time and not do anything. But oh well. I get my lazy butt out of bed, I do the laundry, do the dishes, make sure Jackson's fed, make sure I'm fed and the babies are fed. So I do day-to-day life, no problem. But anything extra? Not happening. Since your uterus has now started to make place for itself around the pelvic region, the roundness and the protrusion might start getting a lot more evident. That poking feeling that will also help you feel connected to your child. Similarly, loose trousers and pants will immediately start becoming your best friends. I always wear leggings, they're just more comfortable. One thing I haven't been able to wear for a few weeks now, actually probably a few months, is a bra. I can't wear a bra because the way the strap or sports bra sits across my chest, like you know how a bra naturally sits, it would dig into my stomach and it would just start making me nauseous. I would loosen the bra, it would still make me feel nauseous just having that little bit of pressure there. So I had to stop wearing bras altogether because that nausea sucked. It sucked so bad. Pregnancy at 14 weeks. Ultrasound. I don't have an ultrasound yet. I have one expected for 20 weeks, and that's the anatomy scan, like the full body of each baby. Normally it's an hour long, but because there's 2 babies, it's going to be about 2 hours long. So that's going to suck having a full bladder for 2 hours, but that's a few weeks away. I might have one sooner with my OB because I have an appointment November 20th with my OB, and usually when they can't find both heartbeats, they like to do ultrasounds to make sure the babies are growing, to check their heartbeats and that everything's okay. So with a standard singleton pregnancy, you'll have probably 2 to 3 ultrasounds throughout your pregnancy, and then a multiple pregnancy, they say you could have anywhere from 4 to 8 or more depending on your risk factors in your pregnancy. What to eat. Before figuring out what ought to be eaten, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry about that. Before figuring out what ought to be eaten, it is also necessary to know what needs to be kept away. Alcohol consumption. I don't drink. Wasn't really much of a drinker, so that's no problem. Similarly, keeping away from any food products that may trigger an allergic reaction in you. Craving, I don't have any allergies, so that's no problem. Cravings could exist for healthy food items, as well as products such as eggs, chocolates, even milk. These tend to contain an immense amount of fat and cholesterol, which could be detrimental when eaten in excess. I eat a decent amount of eggs. I can't eat meat right now. In the pregnancy, meat kind of just like, whoa, turns me off and I can't do it. So eggs are my best friend. I have scrambled eggs in a wrap. I have egg salad sandwiches. So eggs are my main source of protein and all that. Protein intake should be your highest priority. Consuming meat that is adequately boiled or cooked is best, as are other vegetarian alternatives. Omega-3 vitamins, phosphorus, and numerous other elements that are found in food items should be consumed to help babies with tissue development. I take omega supplements anyways, every day, every night, so I get my daily intake of omega-3s. Do's. Make sure you include enough fibrous food items as well as lean meats and nuts in your diet. All of these will help stimulate the digestive process and reduce the chances of constipation. I don't really need to shop for anything because I'm not going to know the gender of these babies until they're here. So really later on, I'll end up buying 2 girl onesies and another boy onesie just to make sure that if it's a boy girl, I have one of each. If it's a boy boy, I have one of each. And if it's a girl girl, I have one of each. So that's really all I'm buying later on. But right now for me, I've really got all my leggings and maternity wear, so I am set right now, which is nice. That is really it for my pregnancy app of 14 weeks pregnant with twins, 2 babies, yeah. All I have left to show you guys is my belly, and I'm also going to show you compared to pregnant with Jack with just one baby. So here's my belly. So here is my belly at 14 weeks. Still got really nothing there. There is from the front. You can see the kind of bulging right here of my abs and my uterus kind of coming out. There is the other side. Front. And the other side again. Now I will have a comparison photo of Jackson when I was pregnant with at 14 weeks right there beside, so you can tell me if I'm the same size, smaller, or bigger. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this Twin Tuesday update of my 14 weeks pregnant with twins. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe to my channel to watch more of moi and follow along throughout this pregnancy, because it's going to be super fun and exciting. As well as, if you would like to see more behind the scenes, then I do suggest checking out my vlog channel, which is Reasons to Smile. You can find it right there, and a direct link in the description bar down below or in the end card. Don't forget to check it out over there and subscribe and be super awesome to my everyday life like you guys are here to me. And really, that's it. Until the next week's bump date, stay beautiful, okay? Bye.